And now please welcome to the stage, Jenny Brown.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudel, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad, so bad. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, like silver white winters that melt into springs. Then I don't feel so bad. I'm so glad you're all here on this beautiful autumn day. If you know the title of the show, then you know what tonight is about. My favorite things. From the obvious, love, family, and friends, being a girl, being a woman, to those things particular to me, certain composers, this sometimes exhausting city, and a good thunderstorm. I'm so glad you're here. Hear how the wind begins to whisper. See how the leaves go streaming by. Smell how the velvet rain is falling out where the fields are warm and dry. Now is the time to run inside and stay. Now is the time to find a hideaway where we can play. Soon it's gonna rain, I can see it. Soon it's gonna rain, I can tell. Soon it's gonna rain, what are we gonna do? Soon it's gonna rain, I can see it. Soon it's gonna rain, I can tell. Soon it's gonna rain, what'll we do with you? We'll find 4 limbs of a tree. We'll build 4 walls and a floor. We'll bind it over with leaves, then duck inside to stay. Then we'll let it rain, we'll not feel it. Then we'll let it rain, rain pell-mell, and we'll not complain if it never stops at all. We'll live in love within our own 4 walls. We'll find 4 limbs of a tree. We'll build build 4 walls and a floor. We'll bind it over with leaves, then duck inside to stay. Then we'll let it rain, rain pell-mell, and we'll not complain if it never stops at all. We'll live in love within our walls. Happily we'll live and love, no cares at all. Happily we'll live and love within our castle walls. I walk along the city street you used to walk along with me. And every step I take recalls how much in love we used to be. Oh, how can I forget you when there is always something there to remind me? Always something there to remind me I was born to love you. The moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. While combing my hair now and wondering what dress to wear now, I say a little prayer for you. Forever and ever you'll stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you together forever. That's how it must be. To live without you would only mean heartbreak for me. What do you get when you fall in love? A guy with a pin to burst your bubble. That's what you get for all your trouble. I'll never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love again. Don't tell me what it's all about, 'cause I've been there and I'm glad I'm out of those chains that bind you. That is why I'm here to remind you. What do you get when you fall in love? You only get lies and pain and sorrow. So for at least until tomorrow, I'll never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love. If you see me walking down the street and I start to cry each time we meet, walk on by. Walk on by. Make believe that you don't see the tears. Just let me grieve in private, 'cause each time I see you, I break down and cry. So walk on by. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache. Blue on blue, now that we are through. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache. And I find I can't get over losing you. Do you know the way to San Jose? Jose. I've been away so long, I may go wrong and lose my way. Do you know the way to San Jose? I'm going back to find some peace of mind in San Jose. LA is a great big freeway. Put 100 down and buy a car. In a week, maybe 2, they'll make you a star. Weeks turn into years, how quick they pass. And all the stars that never were are parking cars and pumping gas. You can really breathe in San Jose. They've got a lot of space. There'll be a place where I can stay. I was born and raised in San Jose. I'm going back to find some peace of mind in San Jose. Fame and fortune is a magnet. It can pull you far away from home. With a dream in your heart, you're never alone. Dreams turn into dust and blow away. And there you are without a friend. You pack your car and ride away. Oh, how can I forget you when there is always something there to remind me? Always something here to remind me. I was born to love you, and I will never be free. I've got lots of friends in San Jose. Can't wait to get back to San Jose. Hal David and Burt Bacharach, 2 more of my favorite things. The composer of this next song is John Rubinstein. He put these words to music in the 1960s. The lyrics are by Paul, you know, St. Paul of Tarsus. Hey, they just don't write them like they used to. If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, then I'm a noisy gong and a clanging cymbal. And if I understand all mysteries and all knowledge, but have not love, then I am nothing, nothing without love. Prophecy will pass away, tongues will cease to be, knowledge will pass away, for these are imperfect and will pass away when perfection comes. For now, what I see so dimly in the mirror, then we shall see face to face. For now, what I only know in fragments, then shall I fully understand, even as I have been understood. For love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love is the way to one another. Love is the way to know your brother. Love is the way to see your soul. If I have all things so as to move mountains, but have not love, but have not love. And if I give away all I have, my body and my soul, but have not love, but have not love, then I gain nothing. I am nothing, nothing without love is the way to one another. Love is the way to know your brother. Love is the way to see your soul. All I say, with all I have and all I am, I say to you that I am nothing, nothing without love, nothing without love, nothing without love. Thank you so much. A time for summer skies, for hummingbirds and butterflies, for tender words that harmonize with love. A time for climbing hills, for leaning out of windowsills, admiring the daffodils above. A time for holding hands together, a time for rainbow-colored weather, a time for make-believe that we've been dreaming of. As time goes drifting by, the willow bends, and so do I. But oh, my friends, whatever sky above, I've known a time for spring, a time for fall, and best of all, a time for love. Thank you so much. You know, when I first moved to Manhattan, it was not a pretty place. It was the mid-'80s, and I lived at the corner, I lived at the corner of 23rd and 10th Avenue, right down the street from the Chelsea Hotel. The working girls were around the block, and I lived on the second floor of a little brownstone. The apartment was, even by today's standards, pretty spectacular. Even with a roommate, I knew I had found my own little haven. Okay, so I was young, and everything and every day was thrilling. Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I heard was a song outside my window, and the traffic wrote the words. It came ringing up like Christmas bells and wrapping up like pipes and drums. Won't you stay? We'll put on the day. There's a sun shower every second. Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I saw was the sun through yellow curtains and a rainbow on my wall. Blue, red, green, and gold to welcome you. Crimson crystal beads to beckon. Won't you stay? We'll put on the day and we'll wear it till the night comes. Now the curtain opens on a portrait of today, and the streets are paved with passers-by, and pigeons fly, and papers lie, waiting to blow away. Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I knew, there was milk and toast and honey, and a bowl of oranges too, and the sun poured in like butterscotch and stuck to all my senses. Won't you stay? We'll put on the day and we'll talk in present tenses. When the curtain closes and the rainbow runs away, I will bring you incense owls at night, by candlelight, by jewel light, if only you will stay. Wake up, it's a Chelsea morning. Crowds and neon lights and pavement stone. Let's find a man and tell him that we want to move to Pelham with a maple or an elm of our own. Gotta be in my turban that I'd like to be suburban and live among the vegetables and fruit. I'd trade my silver porringer to be a real South Oranger. Let's be commuters and commute. What do you say? Let's commute, settle down out of town on a lawful route. And every evening, as sure as fate, I will meet you, how I'll greet you on the 508. The scene is pretty, the life is swell, in Garden City and New Rochelle. And every morning, come rain or sun, we will hurry in a flurry to the 801. Picket fence or an old jalopy, that's all I'm wishing for. Wanna be a carbon copy of the folks who live next door. And every night when work is done, I think we might have a lot of fun, for the very best families get begun between the 508 and the 801. Look, a daisy, an honest-to-God daisy. Isn't that the cutest thing you ever saw? A flower or a tree brings out the sap in me. I'm crazy about nature in the raw. It's divine in Glenridge, dear. We could entertain at Bridge, dear. On Saturdays, I'd press your other suit. I'd give my best silk petticoat for Bronxville or Connecticut. Let's get married and commute. What do you say? Let's commute, flying high out in Rye on the Stamford route. And when we travel, we'll ride in state like a smoker and a broker on the 508. You'll buy a cottage in Dover Plains. You'll meet the mortgage, I'll meet the trains. You'll drink your coffee upon the run, do your shaving while we're waving at the 801. Life would be one long vacation, or so it seems to me. When I want some recreation, I could shop at the A&P. And honey, if you're working late, I'll never sit by the fire and wait. For one man's wife is another man's mate. Between the 801 and the 508. Thank you so much. That song is a bit of a runaway train, but it's so much fun to do. It was also written in the 1940s for a musical revue called Small Wonder. And nothing has changed for a lot of us, right? I met my now husband, Pat, when we both lived in New York. Pat had a little place in New Jersey, and of course I would go there on weekends. But I would not give up my city apartment. I can't, I told him. What would I do without the city? But by the time it sold in October 2019, I was ready. Many men with lofty aims strive for lofty goals. Others play at smaller games, being simpler souls. I am of the latter brand. All I want to do is to find a spot of land and live there with you. Someday we'll build a home on a hilltop high, you and I, shiny and new, a cottage that two can fill, and we'll be pleased to be called the folks who live on the hill. Someday we may be adding a thing or two, a wing or two. We will make changes as any family will, but we will always be called the folks who live on the hill. Our veranda will command a view of meadows green, the sort of view that seems to want to be seen. And when the kids grow up and leave us, we'll sit and look at that same old view, just we two, Darby and Joan, who used to be Jack and Jill, the folks who like to be called what they have always been called, the folks who live on the hill. Thank you so much. I met my first husband when I was 21. First husband. Things were simpler then, as all of us 21-year-olds were open books. What you saw was what you got. Kids are smarter now. They wait longer until they know who they are. we were divorced, and after living on my own, a very full, rich life, it sort of hit me by surprise that I wanted a companion, a partner. Dating, older and wiser, was not my favorite thing. Naked in the night, a handsome devil of a lad. Naked in the dawn, a self-appointed Galahad. Babbling on and on, how I'm his great love, his one love. I hate love, I've got love. All the same, after we've kissed and kissed, don't let him crinkle up his nose at the wrinkles round my wrist. Beauty secrets, promise not to fail me. Don't let him see me as I am in the cold, hard light of day. Beauty secrets, if you have to fail me to distract him from the fine points of my disarray. If I'm asleep and he's awake, don't let him stare at a strand of hair rippling down my neck, flecked with gray, giving me away. When we're lying naked in the dawn, if midnight doubts assail me, promise you won't fail me. Beauty secrets. Why is it that as we grow older and stronger, the road signs point us adrift, make us afraid, saying you never can win? Watch your back, where's your husband? I don't like the signs that the sign makers made. So I'm gonna steal out with my paint and my brushes. I'll change the direction, I'll hit every street. It's the Tinseltown scandal, the Robin Hood vandal. She goes out and steals the King's English. In the morning you wake up and the signs point to you. They say, I'm so glad you finally made it here. You thought nobody cared, but I did, I could tell. And this is your year and it always starts here. And oh, you're aging well. Now I knew a woman with a collection of sticks. She could fight back the hundreds of voices she heard. She could poke at the greed, she could fend off her need, and in anger she found she could pound every word. Till one voice got through and caught her up by surprise. It said, don't hold us back, we're the stories you tell. And no sooner than spoken, a spell had been broken. The voices around her were trumpets and timpani, violins, basses, and woodwinds and cellos. They sang, "We're so glad you finally made it here. You thought nobody cares, but we did, we could tell. And you'll dance through your days while the orchestra plays, and oh, you're aging well." Now when I was 15, oh, I knew it was over. The road to enchantment was not mine to take, 'cause lower calf, upper arms should be half what they are. I was breaking the laws that the sign makers made, and all I could eat was the poisonous apple. That's not a story I was meant to survive. I was all out of choices. The woman of voices, she came round the corner with music around her. She gave me the language that keeps me alive. She said, "I'm so glad you finally made it here, with the things you know now that only time can tell. Looking back, seeing far, landing right where we are, and oh, you're aging, oh, and I'm aging, oh, aren't we aging well?" Thank you so much. I love that song. It's a Dar Williams song. I'm just going to take a sip of water.
You are aging well, Jim.
Thank you. I think that's Michael. Thank you very much. It's very kind. I'm not sure what all the differences are between the relationships I was in before and the ones I'm in now, but clearly I'm a bit better. It is an everyday job, though. You have the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet there's that upturned chin and the grin of impetuous youth. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. I hear the sound of good, solid judgment whenever you talk. Yet there's that bold, brave spring of the tiger that quickens your walk. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. And when my faith in my fellow man all but falls apart, I've but to feel your hand grasping mine, and I take heart, I take heart, to see the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet there's the slam, bang, tang, reminiscent of gin and when my faith in my fellow man all but falls apart. I've but to feel your hand grasping mine, and I take heart. I take heart. To see the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet there's the slam, bang, tang, reminiscent of gin and vermouth. I believe in you. I believe in you. The truth is, no matter how good the relationship, you can either admit when you're wrong and they're right, or more likely, even though they're wrong and you're right, know that you can either be right or happy. Nothing's impossible, I have found, for when my chin is on the ground, I pick myself up, dust myself off, and start all over again. Don't lose your confidence if you slip. Be grateful for the pleasant trip, and pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. Work like a soul inspired till the battle of the day is won. You may be sick and tired, but the work is half the fun. Will you remember the famous men who had to fall to rise again? Just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. Do 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 I'll find some self-assurance if your endurance is great. I'll learn by easy stages if you're courageous and wait. To find the strength I want to, I must hang on to your hand. Maybe by the time I'm 50, I'll get by and do a nifty. Nothing's impossible, I have found. For when my chin is on the ground, I pick myself up, dust myself off, and start all over again. Don't lose your confidence if you slip. Be grateful for the pleasant trip, and pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. Work like a soul inspired till the battle of the day is won. You may be sick and tired, but the work is half the fun. up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. Do 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 do. Thank you so much. Let me see the world with clouds. Take me to the world, out where I can push through crowds. Take me to the world, a world that smiles, with streets instead of aisles, where I can walk for miles with you. Let me see the world that's real. Show me how it's done. Teach me how to laugh, to feel. Move me to the sun. Just hold my hand whenever we arrive. Let me see the world where I can be alive. So many people in the world, and what can they do? They'll never know love like my love for you. So many people laugh at what they don't know. Well, that's their concern. If just a few, say 500,000 or so, could see us, they'd learn. So many people in the world don't know what they've missed. They'd never believe such joy could exist. And if they tell us it's a thing we'll outgrow, they're jealous as they can be. That with so many people in the world, you love me. Let me see the world that smiles. Take me to the world, somewhere I can walk for miles. We shall see the world, a world of skies that's bursting with surprise, to open up our eyes for joy. We shall see the world come true. We shall have the world. I won't be afraid with you. We shall have the world. I'll hold your hand and know I'm not alone. We shall have the world to keep. Such a lovely world we'll weep. We shall have the world forever, for our own. Thank you so much. I can't believe it, but we've reached my favorite part of the show, where I get to thank everybody who made tonight possible. I want to thank everybody here at Don't Tell Mama, especially Sydney Meyer, who make us feel so welcome. Thank you so much. I want to thank Lee, our server. Please be generous. Any of us who've waited table know what it's like. Thank you, Lee. Allison Nussbaum, the genius on light and sound. Thank you, Allison. I want to thank my wonderful director, Ms. Lina Koutrakos. My dear friend and wonderful musical arranger, Mr. Christopher Marlowe. whose arrangements are played so beautifully by the fabulous Mr. Yaz Fukuoka. Thank you, Yaz. You know, I'm not sure that I thought a lot about getting older as I was growing up, but as the years go by, I adore the idea of doing and discovering more and more of what's truly important. So let's enjoy each moment. What if we went to Italy? A suitcase of books and one bag apiece for the summer. I don't speak any Italian, except for Campari and soda for two. How much is a lira? Yes, a villa will do, and a breeze in Tuscany, please. What if we spent all of our days improving our minds, learning new ways to be lazy? It wouldn't be much of a strain. Relax after breakfast till lunch comes around. Can't wait for dinner. Oh, I need to lie down and refuel out by the pool. What if the ancients were lazy like us, too blissed out to paint, to sketch or to sculpt, just as blissed out as the Tower of Pisa, not ever missing that old Mona Lisa? What if we never got back on the plane, as summer turned colder, then warmer again, losing all track of the passing of years, till it no longer mattered how long we'd been here? What if we went to Italy, maybe next year, just you and me for the summer? I still can't speak any Italian, but words are replaced under Sienese skies by nothing so much as a nod and a sigh and a wish to be always like this.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you so much. I'm back because I forgot to thank my very favorite person, you. Thank you so much for coming tonight. You've been such a great audience. First I think about you, then I think about me loving you, then I think about you and me deciding we could be one. It's crazy, I know, with my pillow all last night. Then I look at you, and I know I chose right. Life's a very long road, and the crossroads come up right away. And it's so hard to know which way to go when you've barely begun. And all the roads you leave behind can shine so bright. And I look at you, and I know I chose right. Now maybe we don't mean that much, you and I, and maybe our balloon will never fly, and maybe no one cares if we let things go by. Maybe it doesn't matter if we live or die, but if I'm making promises to you today, I want to know I'll keep them all the way. And if I've not been good at meaning what I say, it's time now to try. So I think about you, and I think about me loving you, and I think of our friends who say they're in love when they're just having fun. And I say no, no, no. If I am gonna love, it's with all my might, and I will be true. I will follow this through when I look at you. Then I know I chose right. Good night.
Jenny Brown knock it out of the park.
Wow. I mean, so incredible to see someone you've known for years and then discover that she's this incredible singer. It was just amazing. Totally amazing.
This is your first time seeing her?
Totally, yes. I had no idea. It was this hidden depths of Jenny Brown.
How long have you known this friend of yours, Jenny? Come over
A
here.
long
Come over
time.
here.
Yeah, long time, but she has this soul of a singer I never knew about.
Oh my gosh, okay.
It's incredible.
So happy to see you.
Yes, so great. All right.
I thought of you when I was sitting in
I just, and Brandy was nudging me. We are so great, thank you. We are so happy. We are, the three of us had a great dinner next door. We are so happy to support you. Honestly, you are amazing. You're amazing.
Rena's off in France, so when she gets back, you'll have to do a dinner.
Yes.
Enjoy it. Great.
Hold on to this for me. Tell me what's in your heart. This is for Jenny.
I love Jenny. I wouldn't miss a single performance of hers.
Does she know how to knock it out of the park?
She knows how to knock it out of the park. She is terrific.
This is your first time seeing her at a show?
I haven't missed one in years.
Wonderful.
Pre-pandemic.
And just go.
I can't see through the pumpkin. When I know you're there, I can see you in the mirror. Hi. Go on this side.
Come here. Hold on to this for me.
Oh, of course. Be glad to.
This is off the cuff. Tell me what's in your heart.
Oh, well, Jenny's a dear friend. I come to all of these, what do you call them? Not really concerts, but whatever. Cabarets, of course, thank you. Too many glasses of wine. And I love her voice. I love the emotion that comes across. I've just come back from Italy, so I love the song she did about let's go back to Italy. It's all very special to be here and to hear a friend sing so beautifully for all of us. You're welcome.
Mangia, mangia. Can I walk by? Go for it. All good.
Well,
What do you think?
as wonderful as usual, and I guess improved.
She's been practicing. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Just like said, got the don't you say it was true. Still, what we heard, I know I once loved you. But it's too late,
What do you think of the show?
Oh, I thought it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I loved her storytelling through it all. It was just beautiful.
Yes.
It was amazing. We loved to see her up there, and let's see, what was my favorite one? I loved Chelsea Morning. I think that was one of my favorites.
Yeah, she's so fierce. We're so proud of her. We love it. We love it.
Love you, Jenny. Love you, Jenny. Cheers from
I also loved Beauty Secrets. Remember Beauty Secrets? That was a great one too. We loved you, Jenny.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, Jenny.
You know Marty, but yes, I know Marty. But I don't think I have introduced you to Alice. Nice to meet you. It was a wonderful show. I loved it.